YouTube. What's up, baby? We're back in this thing again with another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're here to talk about Candyman 2021. Let's go. So, man, um, Candyman. So we've had plenty other previous Candyman movies where in which um, some of them received well, some of them received fairly well, and some were received poorly. Now I saw the Candyman with I think her name was Helen. I saw that Candyman, but I didn't see the other one, so I don't exactly know the whole lore of what they extended beyond that movie. You know what I'm saying? But I remember seeing that one, and I thought it was a pretty decent movie. You know, Candyman is a classic and nostalgic horror icon, um, and not just any classic historic nostalgic icon. He's African American. You know what I'm saying? And we've never we never really had a representation in the horror realm, and he was our first representation. You know what I'm saying? So of course, I hold him in high regards. You know what I'm saying? But that movie back in the past, to me it was cool. Like I definitely did like it. Um, but I need to rewatch it. You know what I'm saying? See if there's any hidden gems that I've forgotten, because I saw that movie a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And it is an old movie as well. So but being when I heard that this movie was going to be coming out, and Jordan Peele was going to have his hand in it, and I believe her name is Nia DaCosta or something like that. She was going to have her hand in it, and her being the one to be the director for the Marvels movie that's coming out. I wanted to see her style and see how it was, but also I wanted to see Jordan Peele do his thing, because I mean he's nice. All his movies are a breath of fresh air, and I think anybody should see them. Um, but he just a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Even his comedy. You know what I'm saying? So just everything that I knew about him made me want to see this movie. And just the fact that it was another Candyman movie, a reimagination of it. I wanted to see how you know so many years later, how much better it could be. You know what I'm saying? Or if they did it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But um, and I wanted to see this movie in the theaters, but I never was able to go. It was just released on VOD today, where you can buy it. I could have rented it a while ago, but I wanted to actually buy it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend $20 on a movie, I'd rather have it, even if I only watch it one time. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have it compared to just what I'm saying, just spending the $20 and then watching it one time and that's it, and then also probably having to buy it again when it's really released. Um, so I'm happy I waited. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have this movie, and I can watch anytime I want to forever. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but man, this movie, I really did like this movie. I really did like this movie. There were certain things that could have been better. Um, but for the most part, it was good. You know what I'm saying? I think it kind of stayed true to the um, the original Candyman, and carried a lot of that lore and built upon it. And you can feel it throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like the score of this film is great, bro. Like the opening scene with the reverse image of the buildings and stuff like that, with the little song, that with the little score that was playing at that point. It was fire, bro. It was really fire, man. And then then sometimes throughout the movie you got the regular Candyman theme in there too as well. So like it just it really hit home, man. I definitely like the score. The look of the movie was great. You know what I'm saying? Like the pictures, um, the 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 recording from the camera was flawless. You know what I'm saying? That there were so many great pictures per se that was created throughout this movie, and I just like brilliant shot making. You know what I'm saying? And this included a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to watch it because of that. Um, the gore was fairly nice. It it's kind of weird to say because we didn't get to see too much of the Candyman, and even when we did, like it was in a different way than you would think. You would think that the people call the name or whatever, and you see Candyman in the building and stuff like that, walking around stuff like that, but you don't. You actually only can see him through a mirror, and then same with his victims. They can only see him through a mirror. If they don't have a mirror there, they're just gonna be getting cut up and all this stuff like that, and they're gonna be floating in the air and just blood's gonna be coming out of nowhere because they don't they can't see what this dude is doing. So I thought that was brilliant. That was something that they never did in the older movies. So um, for them to do it on here was really cool, man. I like the story of there being multiple Candyman as well. Male and female. You know what I'm saying? It just it continues the lore. It builds up the lore and makes it a little bit better to me. I mean, now we can have multiple movies of Candyman, and it can be spin-off movies. You know what I'm saying? It could be a TV series where you just kind of learn about each Candyman or whatever. Um, but I really like the way that they went with that. The actors in here were great. Um, they definitely did their job. Um, I like the way that majority of the characters were written as well. Um, and I also like the representation of the fact of black people. Man, we're still suffering to this day. We've made a lot of progress, but even within that, we're still not equal to you know other people. You know what I'm saying? People can say whatever they want, but deep down inside, we're not equal to other people, and um, I don't know if that'll ever change, um, but that's definitely the truth. Um, and I like the way that they tied that into the story of the Candyman. Each one of the Candymans that had a tragic death, um, an unfair death, um, would come back and haunt people that summon him, um, and this was through all different eras. Um, you know, in this movie, we follow the legend of a Candyman, but it's not the Tony Todd Candyman. It's a different one. And I thought that was cool as well. The fact that Tony Todd was in this movie, was a good thing as well. It brought back memories. You know what I'm saying? He's such a good actor, such a good dude that and he's the original OG. You got to kind of show him some love and put him in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I just it really was a good movie. The time I wish the time in the movie was a little longer, and if not that, I wish we kind of stuck with the Candyman a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, like I can't knock it too much because I feel like this movie was like us following, you know what I'm saying, Anthony into becoming the Candyman. And so maybe if they have a number two, then that's when we'll get all the kills we wanted to see and all the gore, and we'll see him not just through the mirror and stuff like that. And if it is just through the mirror, then maybe they'll just have a lot of scenes that where when the killings happen, there will be a lot of mirrors so you can see everything. So, but this really felt like an origin story for a new Candyman, and I appreciate that. I think a lot of people went into this movie thinking that it was gonna just be about like the Tony Todd Candyman and stuff like that, and you know, just just not a lot of new substance to it. But this movie had a lot of new substance to it, even though it had some of the old things. It really had a lot of new substance to it, and I was there for it. You know, I really don't have too many negative things to say about this movie. Um, I know, you know, my opinion of the movie is not everybody else's opinion of the movie. You know, I heard a lot of the stuff that people didn't like it, and I heard a lot of people did like it. You know, so uh, just gotta take it with a grain of salt. But to me, I definitely thought the movie was good. And I hope that it does well enough to warrant a second one or warrant a TV series or, you know, just whatever, some spinoffs or whatever. But I think it will do good enough to get a sequel, and then they'll be able to, you know, kind of give you the movie that you know people have been wanting to see. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for me, it definitely wasn't bad at all. Um, but the premise of the movie is you basically have Anthony's character not knowing that he was born um, in that neighborhood, and I think it's Cabrini. Um, him and his wife or fiance Brianna, they moved to um, you know the tower, the Kabini towers over there, and everything's been revamped and tore down and made anew, and there's a lot of whole gentrification going on, and so basically you have a lot of rich people living there. You know what I'm saying? And he is a artist that has kind of lost his creative touch, and you know through him coming to Cabrini, he ends up getting that creative touch back again when he learns about the lore of Candyman. Now, for him specifically to learn about Candyman was probably written in the stars because he is the little boy that Helen had saved, right? He didn't know that until like towards a certain point in the movie, but he is the little boy that Helen saved. So, and he is the boy that, you know, Tony Todd's Candyman was actually going to, you know, make him his victim and basically probably make him be the next Candyman type thing. Um, so, you know, you got that about it, and throughout him finding out about Candyman, he's finding out more about himself, and certain things happen, and eventually he does become the Candyman. And so, you know, it's a cool little origin story, you know, for all the other Candymans and for this new Candyman. You know, we've already kind of got the origin story for the Tony Todd's Candyman in the old movie, so you know we didn't really have to learn too much about that. You know what I'm saying? It could be touched upon in this movie, but there's already a whole nother movie dedicated to that. This is a continuation. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's allowed to be a little different, you know. But I understand people's frustration if they didn't get the type of movie that they thought they were going to get. But let's just hope that this movie does well enough to warrant a second one and spin-offs and everything like that. And you know, we'll get. I know for sure that they'll make it, you know, the way that you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So but that's basically it. That's the premise of the story. I don't want to spoil everything just in case people haven't seen it or just in case they do want to see it. I know it's been out for a while, but still, it just came out on VOD yesterday. So I just want to give people a chance to be able to do their thing. But you know, you basically, from what I'm saying, you basically can get the premise of the story, and it's a good one. It's a good one. I feel like this movie flowed very well as well. There was a time when I looked at, you know, I think the movie was like a minute and 36, I'm sorry, an hour and 36 minutes. And I was watching the movie and it got to a certain point and I was like 30 minutes into the movie and I was like, wow, like everything flows so nicely. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that 30 minutes had passed by. I thought it maybe had only been like 10, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But the movie moves really quickly, and you know, so like I said, that's kind of the only thing that I would wish for is that the movie was a little bit longer, or that we did get to spend a little bit more time as Candyman when Anthony became Candyman. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we learned a little bit more about the other Candymans with live action. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole puppets. That was very creative and it looked real beautiful. Like I would actually want to see a movie just done like that. You know, but um, despite it looking beautiful and being creative, I still would have liked to see some of those stories played out. You know, just as we were able to see the story of Sherman's story played out to how he became the Candyman, and also the story of you know William. You know, what I'm saying him seeing it and him, uh, you know, basically being another Candyman per se himself, right? Um, but to me, this movie did great. This movie did great. I liked a lot of things about it. I liked more than I hated. There's an alternate ending to this movie where it shows um, Brianna's character with her brother Troy, and they're at a art gallery, and within there, you know, there's a lot of people in there and stuff like that. But within there, they have a lot of Anthony's paintings, and you know it's popping. You know, people are there and da 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 da, and you know they're just standing next to each other and they're looking at the painting, and you know there's with a big smile on their face. You know, what I'm saying happen that they can represent for you know his Anthony's brother in law, and also you know Brianna's husband or fiance. You know what I'm saying. Um, and then it gets to a certain point, everybody leaves the gallery, and it's just Brianna in there, and she's like, you know, just looking at the mirror type thing, and she kind of takes a big breath, and it looks like she's about to say something, or either that she's about to say something, or she sees Anthony or something like that. But I think she was gonna say the Candyman again and summon him again so that she could see him, you know. Um, so yeah, but I mean, that was a cool little alternate ending. Um, but the regular ending was cool to me as well. But you know, I enjoyed this movie. I hope many others enjoyed this movie. I hope everybody gets a chance to see it if it's something that you enjoy. For me, I'm gonna give the movie. I'm gonna give the movie an 8.5 out of 10. But I did really like this movie. But I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it deserves that. Um, and I can't wait for anything else that they got going for the future for this franchise. Um, if you guys saw the movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Um, you know, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and until next time.